Hello. Well, you may know that Crest Pumps have the tagline of Chemical Pumping Solutions. So we are providing a solution to your problems, and one of our little ploys, if you like, is we are sending out a series of puzzles, and this is going to be the solution of the first one. So let's go from here. Padlock and the key needs to be at the bottom, padlock at the top at 45 degrees. And then you lift the padlock, move it, and then you lift the key and move it backwards so you're into this position. There's three parts basically to solving this puzzle. The second part is you move this to the bottom, that's the top, exposing the lug at the bottom, and again you remain at 45 degrees, you lift, and it does have to be exactly precise, so you lift one, exposing the claw there, and then you lift the other one and move it back so that claw is exposed. So then you go back and you put them dead square to each other, and again at 45 degrees you lift one. It's tricky, and I've actually moved it, and then you move it back, and this time you've exposed the bottom elliptical piece of metal with the casting upwards and the claw. Now that is basically the puzzle solved, and now you have to line up this line with that claw, and you have to move this one around until this claw here is lined up exactly with that line as well, and it just slides apart and the puzzle is solved. And if you've managed to do that with the puzzle we sent, you've done extremely well, unless you've googled the answer, of course. So that's puzzle solved. Okay, so you've solved the puzzle, but it's just as difficult to get it back together, but it's the same three principles. Now you'll see that on the two elliptical parts that one has one lug and one has two lugs. Well, the one with one lug goes with the word padlock, and the one with two lugs goes with the key. But you have to reverse because the lugs have to face outwards. So this one just slides in there as such, and this one just slides into there like so, and then you have to line them up so you can see that these will just slide together. So they are connected. Now if you remember when we took it apart, we had to reverse these lugs from the casting showing upwards, and again we're doing exactly the same way, and it has to be lined up exactly like so. So now we've exposed the casting. I did that by lifting one and then lifting the opposite part to slide it backwards. So if you remember when we solved it, we had this pointing exactly down at 90 degrees. To put it back together, we have to have it pointing upwards, and again getting the exactly lined up. We've lifted it apart, and again I lifted the padlock word first and then the key to reverse it, and we've now got back into two ellipticals and no claws showing. So there's only one part now, and that is there you are, I've moved it, and as I say, it's tricky to do, but there we are. So we're now back at the point with the omega shape and the two angles, and if we just push those up together, the padlock is back together. I hope you enjoyed solving it, and there will be other puzzles coming out.